Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Punch Club. So it's been a couple days. No big reason why I haven't played, but I will take, I guess, maybe a little bit of time to catch up. Although probably not that much, because we weren't really doing too much there. But wasn't there a phone call I was supposed to receive? So yeah, there was a phone call, but I almost missed it. So Frank called us, he left us a new fighting guide, and we're continuing to just try and figure out how to get our stats up. Don't try to reach a high level in all three stats, choose a way and try building your body around one general ability, which I would assume should be stamina. Although it might just be better to go strength. Although I kind of get the feeling that you're just always going to be outmatched on strength. Strength increases the damage to all your hits, also increases energy consumption during the fight, which means you'll get winded. Agility increases your accuracy and chance to avoid enemy attacks, which really is what I think I was probably more wanting to do, frankly, is have a speed to avoid things. Stamina increases regeneration during the fight and also increases damage absorption, so it probably is wise to just move towards agility. You lose stats every day. It's difficult and expensive to keep them high at all times. Just try to be in your best shape on a fight day. How many days are in between fight days? Great strength deals great damage but also consumes lots of energy, so don't forget to also increase your stamina for energy regeneration. Choose skills with high damage that don't require high agility. Kicking, dodging, and other skills that require high agility will not be effective. So do that if you're going to go the strength path and then unlock martial arts that are way of the bear. If you're agile enough, you can perform very difficult kicks and dodge opponents. Dodge enemy attacks, try to use counterattacks and skills with high base damage. Do not focus on strength dependent moves or damage absorption. And that would be the way of the tiger. Seems like you are getting this maybe a day late as far as getting this tutorial, but it's not a terrible way to not front load the entire game with just a whole bunch of reading. We've only done one fight. Stamina lets you absorb a lot of damage during the fight. You regenerate a lot of energy that you need for your own attack. Energy is your power. You can afford high energy consuming moves and blocking damage. You're not agile, so don't try to dodge attacks or use moves that require agility. That'd be the way of the turtle. Really, that's the one I should focus on. As you can see, skills are very important. Try to learn new skills and ask your teacher for new moves and have a plan for picking the right strategy. Don't try to gain stats just because you like big numbers. Power up only what you really need. Not sure these charts really mean too much. Okay. So, we've got a bunch of food. Let's start with that. And I kind of wonder if there isn't just a whole bunch of stuff. I need like energy though. It's at 4%. Food is low. Food is low. If I was to eat another meal, it does get food higher. The mood is low, so watching TV Or petting the cat or playing with the fish. Would all be thoughts. But I guess we need to sleep first and foremost. So next fight is tomorrow for the Rookie League. Alright. And I don't like how the cursor puts this like hourglass. It's kind of a fictional hourglass element here. I assume that this just stops on its own and that I don't have a possibility of waking up early. Right. And so all that food got exchanged. Okay. So I could do push-ups, or I could work a job. I think the move is to probably work a job. And I suspect that this one maybe increases your strength more than this job does. Let's see, do we have anything else? Well, Apu apparently would have unlocked something else eventually. Silver. Reach level 5 on one of your perimeters for this. Alright. So best as I can tell, the move is to go here. And we'll take the bus just to keep it fast and save energy. And then deliver pizzas. And apparently that ended the day. Did I just miss a fight? Can you miss a fight? Because that would be the one thing I would think that the game would force you into. Maybe it's just warning me. We seem to have a funny, like, tiger helmet here. This job doesn't seem to be giving us any stats still, so let's finish it one more time and then stop. Because that's not really helping any. Special pizzas seems to be something we'll unlock later. Let's see, this would be health, but this is just happiness and food. This is also more expensive. And that's wearing out our resources. Seems like we are ready for the fight league, and I don't know if we can do anything else. Like, do I have enough time to spend $5 to take a bus here and work this job? Only a little bit. And that too was not really giving me resources. It's far as increasing my stamina or agility. I thought it was. But yeah, I guess that's what this means too. It's that these colors here line up with that. Alright, so you are forced to notice there is no X here. Can't just click on a city map or anything like that. Seems like you can probably get to some of this other stuff, but you probably shouldn't be able to actually get to some of this other stuff. Yeah. In the end, we get to fight, so. And dodge, punch, kick, block, dodge. Agility's not particularly high, so probably should take this one instead. Just a punch and block combo. We don't have any other options. Meanwhile, this guy's got more options and has gotten me beat on several different factors. And we're kind of balanced here, so I just don't see how I'm gonna win. Yeah, as far as I could tell, this is probably got us. We're probably just gonna lose. Would that be game over? I don't know. So yeah, I'm not 100% understanding the difference between the two jobs, really. It seems like they both probably pay about the same. Seems like they both give you only money and lose resources. And it definitely seems like there's a level here where you're gonna need to go to the gym and work out every day just to maintain stats, let alone grow them. It is an interesting balancing feature that these stats go back down, so we're not going to get into massive crazy numbers at 5s all across. May be the maximum we ever see. I don't see how I win here. My life is going down more and more, where he's doing a lot of damage with each blow. Is there a way to throw in the towel? No, I think you just automatically let them fight until you get knocked down. I guess we can look at the stats. That might be somewhat helpful, but probably not that helpful. So, if we click on this guy, he doesn't even have anything to say. Interesting, a character walks around, but seems like what we've done here is we have to start all over again. Interesting. So it's just a full reset, as far as I can tell. You just have to sign up. Next fight is in 2 days. Then that lets me click on this. Okay. So we didn't do all of these. I know this gives you stamina. Let's see if this gives you agility. Yeah. So let's go do a little bit of stamina too. just to keep it high, since we've already made some progress there. The weird thing here is you really just can't stop. Doing this one seems kind of almost random. So there's different combinations, it seems like. So yeah, I have no idea. How far you take this. Energy bar. Energy bar. So if that's exclusively strength, and this is exclusively strength, so yeah, you kind of think that the punching bags would be the direct connection to what you should focus on. It does weirdly seem like the days just keep on going, so you don't actually have to go home and sleep. Ever. And it doesn't seem like the locations ever change. He's not happy with the punching bag anymore for some reason. He just needs to sleep. I don't remember this thing being here before. Meow meow. Yes, yes. I know that you want to eat. I'm hungry too. Interesting suitcase. I wonder what it's for. Now, I'm not controlling any of this. What an odd contraption. It looks like a TV. I'll try and figure it out. So this might be part of the DLC that was added later, or the extra content that was added later. I guess it's not DLC, as it wasn't, as it's built into the game as much as it's just an update. So yeah. Nope, I didn't understand it at all. Petting the cat doesn't seem like it actually refills any stats. And I don't think we have any food. We have 2 energy drinks, and then we're just gonna have to go back to silver and get more food. The thing that is kind of weird here is that they're considering your I'll help you for the last time. Also, you only get a certain number of those too. Interesting. So, I probably am going to screw this up horribly. Yeah, that's what I imagine is going to happen here, is that I'm going to just screw it up completely. Next fight is today. Our stats are good, but really need to go back and sleep and buy food. worst case, spending $2 more to be happier probably isn't the best plan. Yeah, getting your health up to 100, getting your food up to 100. And then having no more money for any more food. Hello? Hey kid, I hope you're not trying to focus on too much all at once. It's okay to have a more focused mindset. You don't think I should be trying to butt myself everywhere it matters. You could try, but in between the working, eating, and sleeping. Alright, I get it, Frank. I need to focus on a couple of core strengths, right? Clearly the game has learned that it needs to tell the player to keep its focus particularly tight, because you just can't do everything. It's kind of obvious here. Right. So we're back to fighting. We are in a better situation now. We don't actually have anything new. So we should just kind of win this time. At least it seems like we should just kind of win this time. The stats play towards that. It may be because my health was much higher that gave me a fairly crucial extra 20 health points. Now I would think that it probably would be helpful if you didn't have round breaks. If you had a little checkbox that said just keep on playing. But I guess maybe they want to focus the player on actually doing something. This is a management game, but there is certainly a danger of having some lazier players just not really ever change anything or manage anything. Although between rounds I'm not sure what you'd really change here. If you've got it locked down to what you want it to be, I think maybe the problem here is I'm not just doing enough attacks. So let's try that. Are kicks ever hitting? Yes, they are. So I think you kind of need to kick, even if you're not really built around kicks, just so that you're doing 2 types of damage against your opponent's 1. Otherwise, you're going to run into a situation where you just go all 10 rounds. So yeah, the amount of energy I got in the 5th round went up quite a bit. Yeah. The block. Let's see, first number is the total of skill usage, second number is the probability of success. We used block quite a bit, but it didn't really help things. Alright, so that puts us here. So do we want to upgrade basic skills now that we've won once, so that we can then unlock new abilities? Or What do we want? A fast-paced, high dodge and hit chance, lots of counterattacks, moderate damage. And just start focusing on that. I think your average player is just going to go with the basic play style though, where you're going to do the basic skills first. But you can see that is a high cost, and to unlock some of these abilities you have to have fairly high stats, which also might mean that you need quite a bit of training to actually just constantly use those stats, and that you can't just fall downward. There's nothing else we could buy. So we're at full energy. And today is the last day to sign up for this, so we have to sign up for that again. Yeah. I still just kind of feel like it makes more sense to deliver pizzas than do the other focused activity. We need food more than anything else. We need to go back to the grocery store and see if we can buy more food. Weirdly though, it doesn't seem like there's any way you're gonna fix that stat. So it does seem like you are just going to constantly yeah, you're just going to constantly need to do jobs to get food, to have energy. Okay. Let's go back to the grocery store. Is it worth it to save it 1 hour? Probably not. There's all the money I have. Well, look like a full give me the rest. Hey, what are you staring at? So we now have a random encounter. I wasn't really expecting that. I was just wondering how you'd sound without your front teeth. I just wanted some soda, but I guess I can come back later. Nothing, I think that if you can take some, you should. Take something, you should. So obviously we want to get into a fight with this guy. This is a free opportunity. But notice how high his stats are too. Plus he has a fast reaction time. Agility dependent. It's not like we've got a lot of other things that we can do. So we just are gonna hope. And certainly this spices up the experience a little bit by having fights in other locations. It looks like we're gonna pull this off, but who knows, we may run out of energy. And this is round 2 of 20, so it's not always just 5 rounds. So maybe we save the guy from being robbed, and that gives us some new opportunity to make money faster, or spend less money purchasing food, or purchase more efficient food. All of which can continue down put you down a better path of just getting control of this management. Inherently in the management game, I want the game to become a little bit automated, a little bit easier. I don't know if that's really what's going to happen here. Now I'm noticing I'm taking a little too much damage, so let's see if we can evade. Yeah, I'm at 26, he's at 36. I've got a lot of energy. I don't know if dodging's really working. Let's try blocking instead. Yeah, I think I'd have to get pretty lucky here to win. Means at 19, if I could get really lucky and hit him a couple times, with him missing a couple times. Yeah, I don't think the game is particularly working to make me win there. So goal complete, prevention of a crime. You prevented a crime for the first time. I'm proud of you. Alright. Thank you, but it'll come back again. Yeah. Watching you fight reminded me of an old friend. He was a great master. Okay. Now, inherently, I think what's happening here more than anything is I'm spending a lot of money and always just draining my health and energy down to the lowest. I'm not sure if there isn't a system here where you should try and eventually keep everything balanced at 50%. There's nothing else to click on here. So then we have to go back to the house. Oh god, it's gone crazy. I'll try to turn it off. Still not sure what this is. This is quite a mystery. See, I just don't know what it's supposed to be doing. There. Apu, what happened here? You know, I just went out for 5 minutes. And I was robbed by some damn bandits in animal masks. Wow, that's bad. Sorry I wasn't around to protect your shop. The weirdest thing is they stole all my cat food and left some strange slimy footsteps. That's really strange. Let's get this all cleaned up. So yeah, I just don't know if this is just taking me in a different direction and giving me an opportunity to just like do something different instead of just doing what would have been the main game in its original form. Although inherently any update basically does that. It gives you more content and makes you capable of doing more. A lot of times updates don't add new content in such an early game stage, but yeah, it definitely feels like if this wasn't originally here, then there is just going to be some fairly repetitive, boring management stuff. And the standards are definitely different because this is a PC game versus if this was like a cell phone game. If this was a cell phone game, I would consider it less of a necessary thing to have as much variety, but okay, well, with that, there is seemingly not going to be too much of a story until we just go through the days and win the fights. It is just keep your stats up or focus more on the stats you want to focus on. We did have the trait of a thin guy. You'll never be strong, but you're really agile. So we should be focusing on agility, always. Yeah. There is definitely a possibility that this will just get fairly repetitive, but yeah, so far in about an hour's worth of gameplay, so good. It does seem like this is something I'm willing to tolerate a lot more than Surviving Mars, in contrast. But I could also see if this is a game that just starts to really stretch itself thin, it could get very, very boring. Although I don't know if I really believe that's going to be the case, because it looks like we've already gotten 7 out of 47 achievements, which is kind of a high amount in an hour, and each achievement seems to be directly connected to a storyline element. So yeah, there is of course also a danger that the game would just get really difficult and the final fight against the final boss is just going to require a whole lot of training and a whole lot of watching cutscenes play without any real interactions, which for a management game, that's a possibility. Anyways, we're going long, so that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and keep on watching. Thanks.